It's been 50 years since a Chicago police officer was convicted of a murder charge for an on-duty shooting. Since then, countless police-involved shootings have taken place in the city, but convictions of officers remain a rarity. In what could be a historic ruling, Jason Van Dyke is currently on trial for shooting and killing Laquan McDonald 4 years ago on the southwest side of Chicago.
We've far from conquered and addressed racism in Chicago and the Chicago Police Department.
Craig Futterman is a University of Chicago law professor who helped advocate for the release of the Laquan McDonald shooting video. He says the indictment alone is significant.
It's the first time, even within my lifetime, that an on-duty Chicago police officer was ever charged and criminally prosecuted for shooting a black man, woman, or a child. I mean, people gloss over that. That's a first.
Along with several incidents across the country, Chicago specifically has seen a number of these high-profile police-involved shootings occur with very little in the way of consequences for the officers involved.
No charges against that CPD officer in that highly charged case.
In a city already on edge, 2 people killed, including a grandmother.
Betty Jones and Quintonio LaGreer were both shot and killed by Chicago police officer Robert Rialmo back in 2015. While the shooting was ruled unjustified by an independent review board, Officer Rialmo did not face charges and is still employed by CPD. In 2012, Rekia Boyd was shot in the head by off-duty CPD officer Dante Servin. He was charged with involuntary manslaughter but was ultimately cleared of all charges.
If we don't finally address the underlying conditions that have allowed Chicago police officers to abuse black folks with impunity, we'll have the same conversation just a couple years later.
In July, city and state officials released a more than 200-page consent decree draft.
Attempts to just talk the talk and not walk the walk will be unsuccessful.
The plan is meant to reform the CPD over a number of years under federal court supervision. If all goes as planned, the new policies will take effect in July 2019.